You think it's super cold today? I actually
Yeah.
thought it was pretty warm. We're good. It's quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. I agree. Oh, look, we have like 18 attendees. Oh, cool.
It's exciting.
Okay, the session's being recorded now. So, okay. You want to wait maybe 5 more minutes and then we can start the session?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, just for anybody that's waiting or can't get in. It's perfect.
Hi, Elena. Welcome. We're just waiting a few more minutes for people to get in, and then we'll begin. I keep hearing all sorts of noises. Where is it coming from? Yeah. Like every time
hopefully,
I speak. Yeah.
hopefully it's not coming from mine.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's mine.
Because we're all wearing headphones, right?
How about now?
Okay.
Is it better?
It's actually, no, never mind. It's not better. No, I can hear myself.
That's a problem.
Hi, Harney. So, hey, everyone.
Still happening?
Chat. Wait, let me speak. Wait, okay. Yeah, I think it's gone now.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Sharish. Am I saying your name correctly? Yeah. Yes, I said it correctly. Okay, we'll wait 3 more minutes. I'm glad the platform's actually working because I was like, oh, I can't get in. So what do you guys already know about the cloud? Let us know in the chat. We're curious about your cloud knowledge. They don't know anything about the cloud, maybe.
Yeah, that's why nobody knows anything.
No one knows anything.
Somebody knows about the Google App Engine.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Hopefully you'll know everything about the cloud afterwards.
Yeah.
In Kubernetes.
Cool. That's really cool, Elena. Many companies store all of their data in the cloud so they could access it from anywhere. Yeah, that's that's very true. Oh, jinx. Anything else? You pay as you go. It is cheaper. Yep. We'll begin in a minute. Yeah, it sure does feel that way, like it is unlimited storage, just because of how many data centers and stuff we have. It's just so extensive. So, yeah. Okay, do you want to begin? Let's begin. 5. So hi everybody, welcome to the Google Cloud Platform Workshop. So can you skip to the next slide, Pedro?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so today we're just going to give you an introduction on Google Cloud, what it is and how does it work, what can you do with the cloud and where can it take you, how you can get started with it. And we're actually going to be giving you a hands-on tutorial session as well, so you can kind of see how everything works. And then we have a quiz to win Google merch. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but Google has really cool merch. And if you do win the quiz, you do get Google merch. And we're also doing a draw, so just by being here and participating, you'll be entered into the draw to win Google merch. And then finally, we'll just have a Q&A where you can ask us any clarifications or just any questions you have about the cloud, and we'll be more than happy to answer. And do you want to just give a brief introduction of ourselves, just in case people don't know us?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm Vigna. I'm a third-year computer science student, and I'm the VP for Google Cloud. And yeah, so you guys can introduce yourselves.
Hi.
I'm Maisha, and I'm the PM for the Google Cloud team.
I'm Pedro. I'm also a PM for the Google Cloud, and I'm taking computer science second year.
Saying I study computer systems engineering, and I'm in second year as well.
Awesome.
Okay. So let's start off with what is the cloud. And to really understand what the cloud is today, you have to go way back in time. And, when people didn't have really big companies, they would be working at home. And in order to host their web applications, they would go to the shops and they'd actually buy a server. And then obviously they would have to network that, code it, and set it all up, and probably even hire another person in order to manage all of that. So this was the way it's done. And then obviously the more people that use the applications, the more they had to go to the stores and buy more and set that up. And things started to become really, really difficult for them because they have to upscale by themselves. So that meant that they would have to go buy more servers, and that would take up space, take up time, and also manpower. And then on the other end of that, Pedro, if you want to change the slide for me. We have big companies such as IBM or Facebook who have really large data centers. They do a lot of the processing themselves. They have lots and lots of funding, and they're able to have lots of computers. So they don't need to worry about scaling or anything. But what they found out is that they didn't need to use a lot of the computers or the servers that they had. So somebody that was obviously really smart was like, why don't we make a passive income out of this? Why don't we let startups, smaller companies use the resources we use, and we still create an income from it? And obviously Google's taken advantage of this, have also provided additional services with their servers. Next slide. Thank you. So Google, or any sort of cloud services, have 3 different sections to them. So they have infrastructure, they have the platform, and they provide the software. Infrastructure is obviously the hardware side of things, the actual computers, the large data centers, all the wiring underneath the sea, they will take care of that part of it. And the platform part of it is what Google provides you, where you can run your code, make APIs, hold all your data, so the storage side of it. And the last side of it is the software. And this is things that you as a student would be using already: Google Docs, Slides, Sheets, even their, I think it is Key apps, and the Drive itself. So what you find is that maybe not as a student, you're already using the Google Cloud every day. Next slide. Yeah. So essentially what the Google Cloud is in one line is a tool that allows you to spend less time managing where you run your code and all the management side of it, and more time being creative, enhancing your web applications, making them better, and listening to customers. Google Cloud is amazing because it allows you to run your code, save databases, have a complete data management system. You don't need to rely on anyone else. Google will do all the scaling up for you, whether you have one customer or you have 1 million customers. They can take care of that, and obviously with a fee. It's a tool to monitor your business as well, and they're really good with when you want to learn more about how to use Internet of Things. And the next thing I would like to show you is a video of how the industry, Coca-Cola, has recently used the Google Cloud Platform.
I'm not sure this will play. You guys hear it?
The audio.
Can you guys hear it? When it starts? Yes, no?
No, I can't hear it.
Let me take out the headphones and see if the microphone catches it.
All right, I'm going to mute my.
Yes.
I still can't hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it. Oh no.
Okay.
Is there subtitles?
So, no. I mean, but do you want to kind of sum up what they say
Yeah,
in the
of course.
movie? It's not as good without the images, obviously, but I guess it's the best option we have.
No worries. So essentially, Coca-Cola, for the World Cup, I think it was, they got lots of people who were going to watch the World Cup to submit photos of themselves, and that requires a lot of processing power. They needed large storage because they need to store the images. They needed how to use algorithms to put the images so it forms the World Cup flag. And so Google Cloud was amazing. It allowed them to store everything, use the same servers that they have as the search engines, and it produced an amazing format at the end, basically.
Do you want to put the link to the video in the chat, and then everyone can just watch it really quickly? We'll just give it to everyone like 3 minutes to watch it.
That's probably a good idea, yes.
Yeah.
Let me just...
Oh, we actually have more attendees now. We have 26, so
Yay!
Welcome everyone who's new. Yeah. We're just getting the link for you guys to the video so you can actually see what Maisha just explained really well.
Yeah. So I've just put the link in the chat feature on the side.
Yeah, we're just gonna give you guys maybe 3 minutes. How long is the video? Maybe like 2 minutes. Yeah, so we'll like come back to the chat in 3 minutes, and you can give us some of your comments and what you think about it.
Yeah, the video is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it playing here, but without sound, in case.
think someone watched it. Seema said that was awesome. They were
Okay.
able to scale so well. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Um,
Okay.
any more comments about the video? Did anyone see it? Did we give you enough time?
I think people might need a couple more minutes just because they have to press the link. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely save them time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know when you're done.
Yeah, just let us know when everyone's done.
Save them time, save them money. Great video. Everyone done watching the video?
Okay. So next slide.
Everyone done?
Everyone done?
Yes? No?
Yes? Okay, so before we actually tell you more about how students can implement GCP in their projects, we actually have a question for you. So how do you think you're already using the cloud? Because we actually use it, as we said in the beginning, we actually use the cloud on a daily basis. It's literally all around us. And being a student, I'm pretty sure you use it. So how do you think you use the cloud? Yeah, that's a good one. Google Drive. Well done, Elena. OneDrive. Yeah, OneDrive, that's Microsoft, but yeah, it's not Google Cloud, but GitHub, probably. Yeah, Google Docs, Sheets, yeah, Google Photos, yeah, technically, because it can be synced. Yeah, it is saved on the cloud, actually. Any other? Gmail, search history. Yeah, it can all, like anything that can pretty much be synced. If you think about what can be synced across multiple platforms, it's generally on the cloud because it makes the syncing so seamless. I think there's a really weird noise. I'm not sure where it's coming
I think
from.
it's coming from you.
I might have to mute myself while you guys are speaking. That we will avoid this. Here we go. Goodbye.
Any other ways? Is the chat laggy or it's just no one typing? Oh, Maisha, I can't hear you anymore.
Don't worry, I've muted myself because we obviously have background
Okay.
noise.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if.
Yeah, of course.
I think no one's typing. Okay. So no one's typing. Okay.
But all the
Guys, the
examples
more
are
you
really great.
participate, the more likely you are to win prizes. So all the 28 people here, it would be great if you can participate because you can make use of your time to win Google merch. So
But everyone who's written something, that's really good. Definitely. All
yeah,
of
that's
them are.
amazing. Thank you for participating, everyone who's typing in the chat.
So
Try exactly. Let's augment participation.
Exactly. We're not saying you might.
Google Cal. Oh, that's someone new typed. It said Google Calendar. Yeah.
Hi, Madiha.
Yeah. Hi, Maidiha. Yeah, but that is a good one because it does sync like cross platforms.
They really should.
They
They
sort of
probably
do
are.
with their like OneDrive and their Microsoft and stuff, but yeah, but they can use it for more things. I think it would be really helpful. That's true. The servers do always crash. It's very true. Um, okay, so Google Classroom. Cool. Google Meet.
You've got all of them. It's amazing.
Yeah. Just Google everything.
Just put the link
I
there.
guess all the
Google Scholar.
Google Scholar. Yeah, these are some ones like you don't really think about at the top of your head. But yeah, all Google courses. Yeah, exactly. All Google. Someone just said all Google.
You're not far from it though.
Yeah. But we don't really think about it on a daily basis. We just kind of assume it's just there. It's all Google. But what kind of is in the back end is the cloud doing its work. So, okay, I think we had enough things. So
That was great.
we'll move on and continue our workshop.
So yeah, how is GCP being implemented by students in their projects? So I'm sure you all know, and if you don't know, we do have a solution challenge coming up soon, where we have to design an app that's going to help our local community. We haven't decided that yet, but some students in, I think it's North America, decided they wanted to find the cheapest route from America to Europe. And what they did was they collated all the data, so the live data of every single flight taking place. They collated the times, the prices, if they had transits, any sort of behavioral things like that. And they stored that all obviously on their home laptops. But in order to find out how or which one is the cheapest flight or the way to get there, they'd have to use an algorithm called the traveling salesman. And that would ensure that they would find the cheapest one. However, with all these flights, all this data, it's almost impossible to do alone on your home laptop or even in a team. It takes you days. And that's the great thing about Google Cloud. They just uploaded all the data onto there and they could access it anytime. They could run the code and all that processing power would happen in seconds. Instead of days and hours, it would happen in seconds because you're literally using the exact same servers that the Google search engine uses. And that literally made sure that they created an app that they could find the cheapest time. And so that's one example. I can't wait to find out what challenge we decide to do or what app we make, because we can do all that. It's amazing. And they converted all of those days of processing really quickly. And hopefully that's what we want to do as well. And I want to pass it on to Pedro now, if you want to unmute yourself.
Okay. Now, no point in keeping on the slides because I'm going to walk you through quick labs. So quick labs is something I advise you all to go and look this session is done because it's really cool and it's an open platform which gives you direct access to Google Cloud training, and so especially create an account, you have like a month free to do all the labs they have. So these are some of the ones that I've done. AI, really cool, in progress, and it's really good because it gives you access to an instance of the Google Cloud platform, and so it's really powerful, and you learn using the real deal. So what I'm intending to do is to walk you through the the Google Cloud Platform, and so I will also use Quick Labs to open an instance of the Google Cloud Platform. So you can choose any lab for now. One small problem is the Google Cloud Platform is actually like really powerful, so it sometimes can be slow. But you guys will see if this is too slow. I have some screenshots of a walkthrough, um, that I've done. So it will be almost like I'm showing you the actual Google Cloud Platform. So maybe we'll have to start with the screenshots right now because this is not loading. We'll see. Okay, one more try, and then I'll go to the screenshots. Okay, let's try the screenshots. So this is Maisha's idea, and I'm glad she gave the idea because it is really slow sometimes, especially when you create the virtual machine instances, which are really powerful. It's really slow. But so basically, all the labs you have, you basically start the lab and you get an account to use. You just copy the username and you paste it, and then you copy the password and you paste it, and you're in. You're in the actual Google Cloud Platform, so you have access to everything the platform has. And so I give a walkthrough first with the through the compute engine, and I show you how to create a virtual machine instance. And so it's really cool because you can actually you can configure this in any way you want. So you choose the name, you choose the region, so you can choose anything you want, and then you also choose the actual machine type. Here I chose first generation, so but you'll see that even though it's a first generation, it goes up to a really powerful computer, so it's really awesome, and you can personalize it however you want. You just have to always be wary of the cost because they always give you a cost estimate based on the specs you chose. So you have to always keep that in mind as well, not to overdo it. Then you create it, and you also can choose the boot disk, right? And with that, you can choose any operating system. So it's basically fully customizable. And you can see here it's already created, but it takes a while to actually create. Then another cool feature is the storage. Here, if you go into storage browser, you can create a bucket. And so here I imagine the Internet of Things department is working with the Google Firebase, and they create a shared bucket. They can put everything in there, access it really good. And look, if you have all the folders here and then an actual app that you want other people to use, you can actually make it accessible to everybody. You click in the definitions and you edit permissions. You create a public entity, and then you get a URL which you can actually share, and other people will have direct access to your app. So really good. Again, also the artificial intelligence, uh, really really cool. So you create notebook instances to work with machine learning. And here I create a TensorFlow without GPUs. And again, look at the specs. You can fully customize it, and they will always give you the estimated cost. Um, so everything is really well done. This one took really a long while to load, so the screenshots even catch different stages. Then you get a Jupyter Lab, which we are already familiar with. So you can choose a Python notebook, and it's the standard notebook. We already know it because of our labs in second year. And there's also a lot of documentation that already comes with the notebooks. And so, for example, I have been roaming around the platform so far, so I don't ever look for something. So everything I see, I just notice it. But I can imagine if I actually had a goal, and when we actually do have a goal for our project, I'm sure that if I wanted to learn how to optimize a machine learning model, I can go here, and this is probably the best place to learn. It's extensive documentation, and it's really all step by step, all open source. It's really good and really powerful. So I advise you all to create a Quick Labs account. Also, don't know if you noticed back here, you also have a terminal, so you can directly git clone something from GitHub and get it in this. There's also a directories here, so you can search it, and basically that's it. The the platform is really powerful, and so much so that it can't even start the lab when I want to start in the middle of the presentation. Let's see if I'm able to show you anything else. But so it's really a really cool tool. The labs are really well done. They create sometimes scenarios like you're working for a company and they want this and this, and then they have instruction by instruction, and you basically learn features of the Google Cloud Platform with all these labs. And okay, the instance did not want to create now. You have a bunch of different labs you can go. So if you are really curious, you can do SQL with the Google Cloud Platform. If you are really curious about AI, you can do AI. And so it's really cool. I can't stress this enough. Do create a Quick Labs account and try everything, because the platform is really powerful and they give it for free. So it's awesome. Then you can also an account of the Google Cloud Platform and have it for free, but just for a little while. So the Quick Labs are another way to extend your free usage of the of the Google Cloud Platform as much as possible. So do use the Quick Labs, and that's it basically. I guess I'll hand it up to you. Like, just mute myself.
Yep. I'm just gonna wait for you yourself.
Yeah, guys, don't delay though. Definitely sign up. It's so easy. They have really good tutorials as well.
And I think Robert asked, what's a competitive advantage of using GCP over other two big cloud platforms, basically? And I would say the biggest advantage is they do have all-in-one AI platform, which is something that the other two are kind of lacking in. Like they have TensorFlow, for example, and things like that. So I would say that is sort of the competitive advantage.
Hello? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, I thought my sound cut out for a second. Okay. Yeah, because my AirPods kind of ran out, but okay. So who here has thought about a career in the cloud? I'm sure you've all read articles saying the cloud is like the up and coming thing and there's lots of career opportunities there. Okay, so Elena has thought about it. Kinga has thought about it. Anyone else? No one else? Just two people? Maybe after this workshop. Yeah, hopefully we will have convinced you that it's actually a lucrative opportunity. Of course. Okay. So a lot of people have thought about it, of course. So what kind of roles have you thought about when you were researching it, or you just kind of thought about it? Like, will you work in the cloud? Are you asking me, or I'm confused? Will you work in the cloud? Yes, you're asking me. I'm not really sure. I'm open to it. This is kind of something that I've just been into recently, but yeah, I'm definitely open to it. Anyone else?
28 people and like
Only
4
like
responses.
I'm always like, is the chat laggy because, or just people don't like to participate?
It's cool. Don't worry.
It's okay. We're just happy you're here. So careers in the cloud. So these are just some career opportunities that they're just some roles that Google offers in the cloud. There are obviously more roles, but I'm just going to be discussing a few here today in case you've never heard of these careers before, just to kind of give you an idea of what you can actually do by learning the cloud. I think Pedro gave a really good demonstration of Robert said, do I have more chances of winning the merch if I said yes to working in the cloud? Probably not, but you'll probably get more chances if you participate in the chat. So the fact that you did say yes in the chat, it would add to it, if that makes sense, because you're participating. And if more of you participate, you'd have more chances of winning merch. So please participate, like Robert. So careers in the cloud. So these are just some roles that Google offers, but there are obviously more roles out there. And some of these roles are kind of related, and we probably do a bit of each. So it's kind of all related, but these are just some roles that I'm going to be going through today. And a lot of you actually said you've considered careers in the cloud. So I think this will be really helpful for you to just see what's out there, to like hear from some other people's experience. I'm going to be playing a video. So yeah, so first we have the technical solutions engineer, the infrastructure engineer, the software engineer in the cloud, a cloud architect, and a data center transformation engineer. So these are just some roles. And then can you skip to the next slide, please, Pedro? Okay, so generally the roles are kind of split into two sectors. So one is a cloud architect and one is a software engineer. And I'm just going to be covering the high level aspect of it. So what cloud architects generally are responsible for is they're responsible for deploying and overseeing a company's cloud computing strategy. So this includes cloud adoption plans, cloud application design, and cloud management and monitoring. And then can you skip to the next slide, Pedro? So on the other hand, what a cloud software engineer does is a cloud software engineer basically handles all cloud computing duties, which includes planning, designing, deployment, maintenance, and support. And also, like I said, like these roles do kind of overlap. And so most cloud engineers have experience in developing and designing additional cloud-based web services. Because this is a new and upcoming career, it's really helpful to have kind of different skills because they do kind of overlap, like I said. And I actually have a video. Cheeky. What's cheeky? Someone said cheeky. So I do have a video to hear from. Oh, Robert is cheeky. Okay, yes, that you meant me. But so we do have a video just to share what it's like working at Google as a cloud software engineer. So I'm not sure if the sound will play like last time. So maybe we can just post the link in the chat and then you guys can watch it and then we can come back and hear your comments and maybe more of you will want to work in the cloud like Robert. So yeah, do you want to put the link in the chat, Pedro?
I think there's a question.
Oh, give me a second. What was the question? Okay, how about we play the video and then I'll answer the question, like after the video. Are you guys all able to access the video? Okay, awesome. Okay, so has everyone watched the video? Okay. So what do you guys think about the video? Are you excited about being a cloud software engineer potentially in the future?
Yeah, do you see yourself in one of these positions?
Why? Maybe just let us know. The more you participate, the more likely you are to win Google merch.
Seems like a chill
So
work environment.
There we go.
It does.
Google. Yes, because, yeah, exactly. It seems to be lots of fun challenges to solve. I think the security for the Google Cloud looked the most interesting. Definitely. Yeah, that is very interesting. I couldn't agree more. They're making a positive difference and the work seems creative. Yeah.
Google is definitely top tier in terms of looking after, and also the projects that you can do. There's always
Yeah,
something
in terms
to
of,
look
like,
forward to.
exactly. And even in terms of challenges, and even just like working with different teams, you can learn as you progress. Exactly. And even just the Google like work environments, like the Google campus, just the Google office, it's very nice. Even though they are working from home now, but you can learn as you progress. Any more comments? Oh, and also to answer, I think someone asked a question earlier. I wanted to wait until everyone came back. But I think someone, defo skills for the future. Yep, I agree. I think someone said, what was the question? Something about the difference between a software engineer and an architect. So yeah, they take security seriously. Yeah, I would say that's one of the very like drawbacks of like storing things in the cloud. So that's why they invest a lot in security, because we do need our data to be secure, because if one thing gets hacked, it's kind of like the entire thing. There have been lots of incidents of, for example, like Apple, like their servers getting hacked and then things getting leaked. So it is a serious matter. But let me get back to the question. I think someone asked a question about the difference between a cloud architect and a cloud engineer. So to answer your question, I would say cloud engineers are kind of more responsible for designing the cloud, and they focus more on the systems design and actually creating the systems and making sure it's designed efficiently. And then the engineers, they kind of work with the cloud architects in a way, and they just make sure it's running properly and they maintain it really well. But it kind of goes hand in hand. There are places where it's just one role kind of doing both, and then there are places where it's more split up, but they do kind of have to work together. And I think they would both need to know, or at least be aware of, what the other is doing in order to create effective systems, essentially. Does that answer your question? I think it was Elena who asked that question. Yeah. Awesome. Happy I answered your question. Great. So do you want to go on to the next slide? Unless anyone has any more questions. Any more questions on that? No? Okay. Okay. So I just put some, I'm not sure if you can read this. It's a bit blurry. Can you guys read the slides or no? It's a little bit blurry, but I can read it out to you. Yeah, I'll just read it out to you. So this is kind of the journey to becoming a cloud architect. Like I said, a lot of skills of a cloud architect and a software engineer in the cloud do overlap. So first, I'm just going to go over kind of the journey of becoming a cloud architect. So first, it would be to become proficient in at least one of the operating systems, like Windows or Linux, to understand how cloud services operate, because this is kind of the backbone of them. So yeah, so to get really proficient in OS, basically. And then the second one would have to be doing with programming. So you have to learn one of the programming languages, SQL, Go, Python, .NET, or all of them. I'm sure if you do have a background in computer science, you've probably at least worked with one, and I'm sure you've worked with operating systems. So, but even if you haven't, it's always possible because there are many courses out there that help you with this. But yeah, so if you get some hands-on experience with programming in these languages to develop cloud-based programs, and that would be the second step. And then the third step would be, it's a bit blurry even for me. Give me a second. I'm just going to go on to the slides because it's a bit blurry. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the third part would be to learning like the networks and that aspect of it. So we would be learning the fundamentals of networking, virtual networks, and other networking functions to understand how the back end of cloud infrastructure works. So I'm guessing a lot of people here are computer science students. So this would be kind of like internet network. What's a class? Internet protocols and applications, that kind of class, a CSN if you've taken that, if you are in computer science. And then finally, you would have to master a cloud platform to gain hands-on experience. That's probably what most of us don't have experience in if you are coming from a computer science background. And because this is a Google Cloud Platform event, this would be Google Platform, Platform, and I'll be sharing with you some resources that you can actually look into to gain experience on hands-on experience in becoming a cloud computing engineer. And then finally, once you master all these skills, which can take a while. Okay, so someone actually asked a really good question. Charlotte said, as a non-computer science student, what would be the best way to get into this? I'm not sure where to start. Okay, yeah, that's a great question because I'm actually going to be covering that very soon next. But I'm just going to go over this and then I'll let you guys know where to start. But this is kind of the journey that anyone can take. I was just kind of assuming a lot of people here were from a computer science background, but if you're not, you can actually just follow this journey. It's just that in computer science, we do cover a lot of these topics, but there are plenty of courses online that are free where you can cover these topics. And if you just follow this kind of trajectory, it will get you to becoming a cloud architect. So say you're in like, are you guys in your second year or first year, third year? What kind of year are you guys in, if you don't mind me asking? Second year, okay. Third, second. Yeah, see, if you're in your second year, I think to kind of go through this, it would take around 2 to 4 years. So if you even start now, you could actually become quite proficient in it by the time that you graduate. And especially now, since everything is online, we do have a lot of time. So I think second year law, really interesting. Well, thank you for joining us in this like workshop. That's really cool to have someone from law and other like sectors. But yeah, so it does take around like 2 to 4 years, but we do have a lot of time on our hands and we have lots of online resources. So you can definitely get into it. And the opportunities are not limited. It's kind of unlimited, especially with the amount of time we have on our hands. And yeah, I think we should all make use of it. So now that I've kind of gone through the journey, I'm just going to talk about some top skills that are in demand. And this would be both for the software engineer role and also the cloud architect role. So these are the top skills. So it's cloud migration and deployment, machine learning and artificial intelligence, database skills, programming languages, serverless architecture, system platform certifications, and DevOps. So these are kind of where the careers are heading towards. And like you said, if you don't know where to start, I'll be covering that in the next slide. So do you want to go to the next slide, Pedro? Okay, so because this is a Google event, I'm going to be talking in particular about Google certifications and what they provide in terms of Google Cloud. So there are 3 levels of certifications. So the first one is the user certification. And this one is basically for people who kind of have experience with using Google Workspace, and it kind of just helps you show what kind of things you've learned just by using Google Workspace. And you can showcase your knowledge by getting user certification in Google Cloud. Whereas if you want to become more professional with it and work in the field, so we have the professional certification. And these certifications, they kind of depend on what you actually want to go into. And these are more advanced skills. And these assess things like design, implementation, management, and they all depend on what sector you want to go into. Like if you go back to do you want to go back to the slide before, Pedro? Yeah, for example, I've kind of named a few key computing skills here. So Google actually offers certifications on multiple of these, and they're each their unique certification depending on what you would like to go into. So if you would like to work for Google, it would be really helpful to get certified in that area. Do you want to go back to the next slide? Yeah. And then finally, we have the associate certification. So this certification kind of depends on your fundamental skills, such as deploying, monitoring, and maintaining projects on Google Cloud. So this is more of like a path to professional level certifications. And it's really good for people who are kind of new to Google Cloud, who do want to see it as a career. And can you click on the Pedro? Pedro, can you click on the link? That's it. And can you just copy and paste it into your browser? Because I want to just show people where they can get started. So if you actually go on here, you can. It's a bit slow, but this is where you can learn about all the courses and certification. And Google's really simple to use, where they actually guide you through the process. So if you don't know how to get started, literally you can just choose which path you want to go down, and they kind of show you what courses to take, what things you need to study, and things like that. And you can actually get started for free. So I think Pedro's gonna show us on the screen. But even if you don't want to start with Google platform, there's lots of resources online where they do kind of take you through like a start to finish. Yeah, you guys can access it there. Yeah. Yeah. Pedro, do you want to just like scroll down? Yeah, so if you can see here, it says learning paths. So yeah, like I said, it depends on which area you would like to go into, and they kind of have different paths that you can choose. And then to demonstrate that you actually know you have these skills, you can actually get certified. So that's what certifications are for. And yep. Do you want to go on to...
Okay. Something else.
Okay. It's just very laggy.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you guys have any questions about the platform or what Google has to offer in terms of getting certified or resources you can use? And as Pedro mentioned earlier, you could always use Quick Labs as well. And that's actually a free resource where you can get started. But even these courses, you can get started for free as well.
Yeah. and all the documentation is like really good. If you are taking the probabilities um, module, you can see even the lecturer said us to visit. I don't know actually seeing, but it's the AI platform documentation, which refers to what I was showing. Um, it's really well done. They have lots of different categories, also tutorials. Let me see if I find tutorials, and so it's all really good. Sorry to interrupt. I'll hand it back to you.
Oh no, that's fine. Feel free to add. How much does it cost to get certified? That's actually, it depends on the certification, but let me have a look. Okay, I think to get certified as a professional cloud architect, it takes around $200. So that would probably be around 160 pounds, I would say. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's around £153.
153, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
looked it
converting
up.
from dollars.
That was good.
I didn't do too bad.
Yeah, it's not too expensive.
Yeah. And just like the amount of opportunities it can open up for you, even if it's not at Google, there are so many people so many businesses that use Google Cloud as their back end that are looking for people to manage or work with like the platform, right? But so yeah, the opportunities are not just limited to working with Google. It's working with other companies even, or smaller startups, or even your own business or your own projects. The opportunities are really unlimited here. So getting certified can actually open a lot of doors. Do you guys have any other questions? No? Any comments? I feel like, okay, sounds good. Thank you, Omar. Any other comments, questions? No? Okay. Oh, you know how step one was to become proficient? Yes. How do I go about doing that? Well, you said you don't come from a computer science background, right? You said you don't? Yeah, so there are actually lots of resources online that are free, that are, there's just like a lot of resources online that you can just kind of play around to figure it out. There are lots of like programs on Coursera, for example, if you are more of you prefer to be guided through it, or you can just kind of try to build your own projects with it. Yeah, it depends what sort of learner you are. So do you think you're more of an independent learner, or you prefer to be guided through things? Are there any free resources available? Yes, there are free resources available. I'm just not sure if I'm allowed to share third-party resources on the Google platform. But if you do look online, there are many. And I will actually look for you if there are any offered by Google. Git Linux or operating systems.
If you're too short on cash to do a Google Cloud certification, you can always do quick labs, as many as you can.
Recommend starting the quick labs and obviously signing yourself up to the Google Cloud platform. Because obviously initially you do have to sign up and you get around, I think, 31 credits and 3 months free. So you can do a lot of stuff in that time.
I think Google actually has, so I think on Coursera, Google has a IT support professional certificate. And on this, you can actually learn more about operating systems and how to become proficient in that. I'll actually leave the link. I think I can share this because it's developed by Google, but it's on Coursera, but it's by Google. So I'm going to share this in the chat if that's okay. I think it should be okay. Can you guys access that? But I think it includes Linux, which is the main operating system used by Google. Can you guys access that? Yep. So yeah, that's actually by Google. And yeah, that should be a good starting point if you do want to get started. But like I said, there's other resources out there too that I probably cannot share, but you can. There's always so much you can just find on your own. And it also depends what kind of learner you are, like I said. And yeah. So are you guys ready for the quiz? Oh, that actually went so well. It came up right when I said quiz. Good timing, Pedro. So who here has used Kahoot before? Probably like everyone. Oh, I wish we could play the sound, the music. Kahoot, yes.
Complete without one.
Yeah. Okay, so whoever wins first place in this, you're guaranteed a prize. So, and also you have to take a screenshot to prove that you're whatever your username is. So remember to take a screenshot. Okay, so this quiz is 10 questions long. And who here hasn't used Kahoot before? What is this quiz about? So this quiz is just covering some topics that we basically went through in the presentation, just to see if you guys have been paying attention, just to refresh your memory so you can actually get the most out of this workshop, and just to help you remember things. And if you do come first place, you win Google merch. So so who here hasn't used Kahoot before? Okay, in case anyone forgot, what you basically do is you just go on kahoot.it. So I'll put it in the chat. Oh no, it's autocorrecting Kahoot. No. Kahoot.it. And then you type in the game pin. I'll type in the game pin in the chat. It's 8414560. 8414560. 8414560. So you go on kahoot.it and type in the following game pin. So there are a few people already. Anyone else joining? We'll wait like maybe a couple more minutes for people to join.
Don't worry, none of us are joining. Pedro, you better not be joining.
Oh yeah, we're not playing. So
Yeah.
V is not me. V is not me.
Yeah.
There's a V there. I was like, it's not me.
Raging Python.
Rob. MA. 1, 2, 3. M. S. Google Cloud. Okay.
The at
Data.
nice.
Creative. Okay, we have around 20 people, but I think there are probably like 5 more. Oh, someone dropped out. Oh, someone else came in. Went back to 19. Do you want to wait like maybe a minute or 2 more? Okay, yeah, Pedro's doing a countdown. So join it if you want to play and win Google merch.
Is there 27 people in there or 20 in there? So 7 people were waiting.
20. Well, I think maybe it includes us, so we're waiting for like 4 people. Maybe they're not joining, so
Include us, yeah.
yeah. Nelson McGee's, I think.
Is Pedro speaking?
Okay, we're starting. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Time sharing begun because people saw the use in working together on the same project, or companies started renting computing power.
It'd be great if the sound effects were here.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up for the sound effects.
Oh
by
no.
reading it.
More people got it wrong. But yeah, it's because companies decided to rent out all the excess power that they had so that they could create a passive income.
It was a great business opportunity. GCP stands for, I hope everyone will get this right. Oh.
Just 2
Yay,
people.
most people got it right. You're close. Okay, MA is in the lead. Which of these is an advantage of cloud storage? The user has no control over their data, accessible anywhere with an internet connection. Many programs can be run regardless of your computer's processing power, or portability. It's a trick question, so keep that in mind. Okay. Yes. You got it. I mean, most people got it. Well done. MA is still in the lead. Rob is not too far behind. What is the back end of cloud computing? The third-party company, the internet, the personal computer user, your personal home server. Which one is it? Most people got that right. I mean, oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's good. MA is still. Oh no! What? It just went like really out of.
Imagine.
It just went. Oh wow!
True or false?
Increased flexibility. If your bandwidth requirements tend to fluctuate, using the cloud makes perfect sense. True or false? People are answering quite quickly.
Oh Oh, 50-50.
Oh, it's literally 50-50. Wow.
Oh, Rob's still in the lead.
Okay. Rob is in the lead.
Come on.
Which of these is not a benefit to cloud computing? Save storage space on your PC, protects your files from being lost due to PC failure, gives you access to files from any computer, completely protects your information from cloud hackers. So which is not a benefit? Some people read the question wrong in class.
Oh, MA
what?
is back.
This is interesting. They're very close, Rob and MA. Another true or false. All Google Cloud Platform resources must be associated with a project. True or false? It's a trick question.
You'd have to be listening to Pedro really carefully.
Very carefully. Especially...
It's true.
It's true. Only 3 people. I guess you guys have not been listening to Pedro really carefully.
No, but every project you do on the Google Cloud Platform, even through Quickie Labs, requires a project name. You have to start off with one.
Yeah. MA is in the lead. Which of the following is a command line tool that is part of the Cloud SDK?
Two more.
Come on. 2 people.
4 people got that right.
MA is in the lead. Does a cloud computing service let you scale your resource use up and down? Yes or no?
Last question.
What type of cloud computing service provides raw compute, storage, and network? Another one where you have to listen carefully.
Oh, 3 people got it right though.
Well done. It's a trick question and you got it right. Well done.
Google Cloud's the winner.
Oh, no, it's not the winner. It's third place.
No, it's third place.
Oh, wait, we'll take a screenshot of this.
MA.
MA won. Well, the others weren't too far behind. I mean, Rob and MA were really close. And then MD and Kinga were runners up.
Yeah.
So.
Last question was really difficult. You had to make the association between what Maisha said, infrastructure as a service.
So who is MA? Is it okay? So is Mediha.
Oh.
Yeah, the top 3 can actually get prizes. Do you want to do the top 3 can get prizes?
Yeah, of course.
So who is the top 3?
So who's MA? MA's Mediha. Who's Google Cloud?
Can I put my email in the chat? You guys can email me if you or top 3. Okay, I'll put my email in the chat. Drop me an email if you're top 3. So that's my email. I thought MA was McGee's.
Same.
No, I think he's not allowed to play.
I thought it was McGee's as well.
Oh, I didn't really. I went from top 5 to 15th because my answer didn't register.
Oh, that.
Just send me an email saying, "Oh, I won." Maybe just like just so we have a way to contact you, because we would need to get your address and things like that to send you merch. So yeah. Just send me an email so I have a way to contact you.
Well, all of you are in the DSC WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah, unless all of you are a part of the DSC community, then it's okay. But if you're not, you would have to drop me an email. I'm third. Okay, yeah. Can you please drop me an email just quickly to win merch? So yeah, we're nearing the end of our session. So it's really great to have you all. The time went by really quickly, and I think it was a really fun session. I had a lot of fun, and I'm sure Marisha and Pedro did too. Seem very smiley. And I hope you guys had fun as well. So before we go, we just wanted to ask if you guys had any questions, particularly about Google Cloud or just in general, or just, yeah, any questions you have, just fire away. It can be about the Google merch if you want.
What are we winning?
Yeah.
No questions. Oh,
Okay. Okay, I think it was laggy and then it just came through. Why would someone pick the cloud when your entire data could get hacked? Well, personally, I would think I actually have a subscription to like lots of cloud platforms, but the reason I find it really convenient is because I can just take something from my laptop to my phone and the integration is just seamless, and I don't have to worry about like having to transfer, because it takes a lot of time having to transfer things from one place to another. So if it takes me that much time, imagine on a larger scale how much time it would take and how much resources it would actually take. It's just much more efficient to have things on the cloud. What kind of merch are we getting then? So there's lots of options. We'll probably give you, we haven't actually decided yet, but it will be Google merch. Maybe we'll give you an option to decide. So it could be like Google socks. There's actually really cute Google socks that I'm a bit obsessed with, which are really cute. Maybe a t-shirt, maybe some stickers. So yeah, that's just a lot of merch. I'll actually give you a link to the merch. So if you guys want to buy some yourself, you can buy it too. But there will also be a draw, by the way. But let me... Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna just get a link to the Google Merch store. Okay, there's even like backpacks, which are really nice. Yeah. What kind of merch are we getting? When uni opens back up, do you guys have events where people come in like Google and other companies? We would like to have, well, ideally these workshops would be in person. So we would like to have these workshops available. So yeah, we would like that. But even online, there are many events. It's not the only event. There are lots of other events that we will be holding. And there are lots of networking opportunities if that's what you're looking for. And just, yeah, this is kind of just like a partnership between Queen Mary and Google. So there's lots of opportunities there, even if it's not in person. It's not the safest for it to be in person at the moment. It could be potentially there in the future, but even if it doesn't, it's completely fine because we can do so much online. How do we join the WhatsApp group? Also, you guys mentioned a random prize draw. Yes, there will be a random prize draw with all the attendees. We are keeping track of who attended, so we will contact you if you do win. We'll put you all in a random draw. And then how do we join the WhatsApp chat? So currently, I think there's only a WhatsApp chat for the committee members. Are you part of the committee? Elena, are you part of the community? Nope. Yeah, so at the moment, yeah, the socks do definitely look cute, don't they? I agree with you. So at the moment, you can basically sign up on, let me give you a link. I think it's the, if you find the QMUL page for the DSC.
Nice one.
Okay, can you get that? Okay, thank you. Can you put that link in the chat once you get it?
Yeah.
Where can I get more information about? Yeah, there we go. So if you click there, I think
Okay.
there should be an option to
I lost
just
connection
look
for a
at.
while.
No worries.
Yeah. So you can actually join the chapter, I think. If you log in with your account, you can actually join the chapter and get updates on events. But we will also just be advertising it. How did you find out about the event, Elena and Kashish? Coding Society. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure like it will be updated there, so you shouldn't have a problem finding the events. Oh, okay. Elena sent it to you. Okay, cool. Amazing. So yeah, so whoever's been sending it to you will probably continue sending it to you. I'm not sure who sent it, but yeah. But that's also a page where you can keep track. And maybe we'll also be creating a, if there are enough people, we might be creating a group chat just for general members to keep updated pretty much. Elena, yes. So, any more questions? And Pedro's back. It's nice. He lost connection
Hello
for
again.
a moment, but he's back. Hello. Is there a way to have longer subscription to Quick Labs? Pedro, do you want to answer that question?
Actually, a few blogs where they share a bunch of codes. If your free subscription ends, you can get credits from temporary campaigns. And so if you search for it, you'll probably find, as I did, a bunch of different blogs where they give credits away. But for now, I'm just using the monthly subscription I got in the beginning.
Same.
Yeah.
And it might take a day or two to actually update. You create the account, and in the next day you should probably have the monthly subscription there, and you can do everything.
Any other questions? Also, did you guys enjoy today's session? Do you have any comments?
That's good.
It's amazing. What was the best thing you learned? Just quickly, let us know in the chat. What's something new you learned? The pathway thing. Okay, cool. Yay! Someone's considering a career in the cloud. Woo-hoo.
Exactly what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So,
How many services are available?
I can't wait to actually get started on the project and having to use the Google Cloud platform. Oh, and
Yeah.
I don't know, Matthias, if you managed to get a hold of them to know if our community will have a free Google Cloud Platform account, like actual. But if we do have that, it will also be so cool.
especially to try out all the AI and the machine learning. Definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to that. To create our
Yeah,
own model.
exactly.
Because the quick labs, guys, if you do use the quick labs, be careful not to choose the most powerful virtual machine instances. Because if you overdo it, I think you can get kicked and lose your quick labs license.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely look at the pricings at the bottom
Oh, okay. So everybody, let's hope that they give us a Google Cloud platform.
Oops. Sorry. Whenever I take a screenshot, it's very loud. I don't know if you heard that.
I actually
You
saw the
heard
warning in another place.
Okay, so if anyone else doesn't have any questions, oh no, how do we join?
Oh, I think I got.
I guess who the next DSC leader will be. You have to talk to them when they do the interviews.
Yeah, next year definitely. It will be publicized. I think Mugi's got in contact with us through different WhatsApp groups and uni emails, so look out for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any more questions? No?
And don't forget to send me an email if you want your prizes, because I will need your address to send you the prizes.
To whoever participated more. Robert, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go back and watch it's recorded, so we can see who participated.
Okay.
Amazing. I'm glad you had a great time. We had a great time too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mona.